Alright, we're going to be following along with a tutorial from XR Bootcamp, Easy VR tutorial for beginners. I am a beginner, so I will be following it. And you can follow along with me. I'm going to copy and paste the link in chat, so you can chat or follow along with me. I read it first, and I thought it looked really straightforward and easy to understand, so now I'm going to try to actually implement it. And then for my patrons on Patreon, I'm going to link it and the project so that they can download it. Yeah, so let's get started. First of all, it's going to say to download Unity. I have Unity. One major thing to know when you do it though is when you get to this part, make sure you pay attention here. You gotta make sure that you download the Android build support stuff. And in case you didn't know, Oculus is built for Android, so it's like the same thing. Oculus is basically like building for a mobile game. So yeah, make sure you have that. So I've already done all that. I've made projects on Unity and stuff before. But be sure to follow along if you haven't. No judgment. Okay. I'm gonna turn this music down a little bit. If I can find the volume. Let's do it here. Oh. That's so much better. Okay. Sorry. Getting sidetracked. So what we're going to do is select 3D. Something to notice that actually confused me a lot when I was doing my last project and failed. And I say project like not even a project, but I was learning how to make a VR app, and notice there's a VR core thing right there. You'd be like, why the heck would I not press VR? Like, that doesn't even make sense. I'm making a VR thing. Why wouldn't I press VR? I don't know. Okay? Don't ask me, because I freaking spent an hour trying to figure out why. We're going to press 3D. And I actually, I think if you want an actual answer, it's because the VR core has some pre-set up things that I guess you don't want, but the things we're importing are made by Unity, so then why, if we're importing things from Unity that were made by Unity, why don't they just have that in the VR core instead of making us download something else? Alright, you know what? Let's stop ranting. Okay, everyone take a deep breath. Alright, I'm gonna name this Easy Unity VR tutorial for beginners, because that's what we are. The odds are, if you're watching this, that's what you are too. So that's going to take a bit to start up. While we're doing it, it literally says, why not the VR template? Because it doesn't include the XR interaction tool. This is a Unity software package that will be used in this tutorial. That's literally what I was talking about. Whatever. Alright. Yada yada, we did that. So 3D is a project template. After some time, it'll be loaded. While it's loading, we could say, what is XR? XR is a term used to include several types of applications, such as VR, MR, and AR. More info, click here. And they just link to some Unity documentation. It's probably worth reading. Let's see here, is there an updated one? While this is going, let's make sure that our VR headsets are charged. Is your VR headset charged? Come on, tell me. Is it charged? Because mine wasn't last night when I tried. Alright, let's turn it on. I'm using a USB-C thing to link it. So I got the cord in there. So don't mind me for a little bit while I set this up. Confirm. Enable. What the heck? Do you hear that? It's talking to me. It's literally telling me how to use my Quest. What? Wow. Can we turn that off? Can we turn off? Huh. I mean, I love the updates that they're constantly doing. Interesting. Alright, skip tutorial. Yes, please. I don't know why this isn't looking. I'll unplug it, put it back in. Let's try that. Let's also open this Oculus. See? Make sure it says it's connected. Allow files. What the frick are you doing? Launch. Okay. I think we're good. Is Unity ready for us to completely blow its mind? Yes. Alright. So we are... Is that what I want? We want to do... In case you didn't know, this is the handy dandy thing by Microsoft. You could do that. Then we want... Where's the Unity screen? Whatever. Not impressed. I like to change my default view to tall, and then I also go one column layout. From someone that's kind of working, I kind of work like, I'm an analyst and I kind of work with a lot of engineers and stuff, and so I'm used to like a file system, and this, like having a single thing on the side makes sense to me. The Oculus is docking, so that's kind of annoying. Let me figure out how to turn that off. So continuing with the tutorial here, we are going to install the XR plugin management. So we're going to go to Edit, Project Settings, and then XR plugin management, install it. Now the XR plugin management will look like Dish. So give us a moment here to install it. Got fast internet, so don't worry. Get off my back. So this provides simple management of XR plugins, manages and offers help with loading and initialization and settings. Check the OpenXR with PC. OpenXR, in case you don't know, is a way to make things that can be used on like all headsets and stuff. So, I mean, hopefully you can understand why that's awesome, because like you only have to build things once and then it can connect to everything, instead of, you know, if you build it for Oculus, you wouldn't be able to use it on a Pico or whatever. That's like the idea. What? I'm gonna say yes. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what I was supposed to do there. was not in the tutorial. It says it's going to restart the editor. Get that going. Drink some water. If you don't have water, go get a cup, fill it up. Water is good for you. Nice. Nice. Alright, we're waiting for that. We are back. After this step above, a warning message would appear. Let's see if we have the same one. Yep. Click the yellow icon. And then at least one interaction profile must be added. Please select which controllers you would be testing against the features menu. So we go edit. And then we're going to, it looks like, do a plus, Oculus Touch. I believe it's an Oculus Touch, yep. And then we're going to make sure that it's multipass. Multipass renders the scene into 2 images separately for each eye and is the recommended option. Single pass combines both images into a single double width texture where only the relevant half is displayed to each eye. Go to the Android tab and select Oculus. We don't have that. Oh, because we're in OpenXR. I don't know what to do about this. So I'm just going to press fix. Hopefully that doesn't completely destroy everything. Okay, 0 issues. So now we're going to go to the Android tab and select Oculus. Then we're going to select the Oculus option from below and make sure it looks like all this. So multi-pass. Optimize buffer discards. Quest and Quest 2. Okay, that looks good. Not really sure if I was supposed to I think this is right. Configuring VR inputs as actions. Inputs are the actions taken from the player through a device, for example, mobile, PC, or VR headset, like the Oculus Quest or MetaQuest, that will be identified by the game engine editor and will trigger or execute some of the other actions in the program, application, or game. One thing is firing. Now we will configure the XR Interaction Toolkit, a framework that works pretty well with OpenXR. So we're going to close this. We're going to install the XR Interaction Toolkit. So we're going to go to the Window Package Manager. And we're going to go to plus button, add package from get URL, and then type in this. Get URL, paste, add. It'll show the warning. This is a new project, so we don't have to make a backup. Don't worry. Why are you so stressed? Don't worry. Yep, there you go. So we have that XR interaction toolkit. Cool. After installed, select the package and import the default input actions. I'm assuming that it's the starter assets now. These are pre-configured actions that are ready and set up to go. The XR interaction toolkit will identify the inputs of the Unity's VR project, and we'll use OpenXR of being in charge of translating them into the desired VR platform. So now we should go to our assets folder, and it should look something like this. So samples, scenes, XR, and XRI, we have that. If we go to the XR interaction toolkit folder, we should find these files. XR interaction toolkit. I'm confused. Assets, samples, XR interaction toolkit 2.0. Well, we have 2.2. Default input actions. I'm assuming it's the starter assets. And then we have all of these, the defaults. Again, this is why I kind of like using the folder layout, because you can see all the words. Maybe if I was using a lot of like visual assets like textures or something, I want to make them bigger. But for now, this is fine. So select each file and add it to the project by clicking Add To in the Inspector tab. So I guess we're going to go through all these and add them. Add, done. Cool. Go to Edit, Project Settings, Preset Manager. Edit, Project Settings, Preset Manager. Preset Manager? Preset Manager. And right and left for the corresponding action controllers. What? Oh, right and left. Go right, left. Do I need to do that for these? I don't know. We'll just keep a note that there's two here, the grab move providers. That might need to be right or left in the future. XR Origin. Normally when you play a game, all interactions, including the camera movement, happen inside the device. For example, mobile PC or VR headset like the Quest. It can be watched from the player by the player from the outside through the device's display. VR apps usually are called VR experiences because they generate immersive experiences. Immersive experiences mean the players feel being a part of the game, and in this case also the scene. In Unity, the camera and the sound are attached to the game object called the XR Origin. For creating an XR Origin in Unity, the Hierarchy tab, so we're down here, We're going to do 3D object, a plane, I guess, so we can walk. And then we're going to right click again, XR origin, action based. It says, okay, let's import both just to see. Exit origin. Wait, what did I do? I want to import both of these. XR origin. So this one doesn't have controllers. The one that does not have VR does not have controllers, but the one that says VR does. Get rid of that. I think it's slightly different from the tutorial just because this is the tutorial is a year old, but it's doing well so far. The difference: one has the controllers, one doesn't. The XR interaction game, the interaction manager game object that controls the script with the same name is automatically imported. Okay, this was automatically imported. Input manager. Now it's time to add a component in order to configure input actions in our VR scene. So we are in the XR interaction manager, input action manager. Click on the action assets option. Add the XRI default input actions file. Hierarchy should look like that. Left and right hand controllers. In a VR device, usually the player will have a headset and two controllers. Both the left and right controllers must have the following actions configured in the inspector. So does this mean that I should unclick it all? Should I unclick everything? Or leave it? I'm confused. Let's continue. I don't know. We might need to come back here because I don't really know what's going on. Why these are all unclicked and don't have things, and why these all are all clicked and all have something put in there. Line renderer. Exit origin must look something like this. I think this means like when you do floor, I think it's like when you set a boundary when you first start, I think this would adjust it based on that. And our music is not going, is it? Whoa. How come we cannot hear the volume? I think we're good. Sorry about all that. Alright, continuing testing the controllers. Now we're basically just going to test this to see if it works. So I'm going to kind of awake my headset. It's plugged in with the Oculus Link, wrong way, Oculus Link thing right there. And it's plugged into my laptop, what I'm using to do all this on. Or press play. So we can look around for sure. Let's grab a controller. Aha! Look! How cool is that? How cool is that? Let's try putting on the other one. Oh boy. So we have 1 and then 2. Cool. Very cool. Maybe the next stream, we start adding in some test things, like objects, and we start throwing them around and stuff like that. Alrighty. Well, I'm done for now, but I'm going to be uploading this and posting the link on my Patreon, so be sure to check out the link. And yeah, thanks again.